Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Deb. This is Deb's Corner. As you can tell from my background, I'm in my garden. So today we're basically, I'm gonna be transplanting my seedlings into my garden bed. So I'm excited. It's going to hit 90 degrees today. Right now it is 10 o'clock. They said it's 60 something degrees right now, but it feels like freaking 75. It's hot. So I'm trying to do this morning so that in the afternoon at least the seedlings will be in the bed and I can just water before it gets really hot. You're supposed to water your lawn, your garden in the mornings or evenings when the sun is not at its prime. So I have to about 11:30 before I can water my garden bed. Actually, you know what, let me water it now so that I don't have to do it later. But yeah, let's get into this video. I'm gonna put my sun hat on because it is freaking hot out here. Sun hat loaded. So I ate some banana bread muffin tops. So it's just banana bread but muffin tops. Instead of like a whole loaf, I make them into like rounds. But yeah, let's get into this video. I want to start by getting my seedlings back here because they're in the front. Getting them back here so I can start this process. So guys, I just wanted to share with you one tip. I'm always sharing because this is what I do. I share. When I learn, I share. But coffee grounds. I love coffee. I used to be a big lover of tea. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but I love coffee now. Especially cold brew coffee. So whatever. So I always have coffee grounds at the end of my coffee making whatever, right? Fiasco, whatever. So coffee grounds, these I usually use this as fertilizer. Almost always use this as a fertilizer for my plants. That and plantain or banana peels are the greatest, and egg shells are the greatest fertilizers or natural fertilizers you can use for your garden or your plants. But coffee grounds are also good to deter mosquitoes. So what I tend to do, I have not done this before, through my research and whatever reading, I read a lot. I found out that these actually, if you put out the barrier of your, right now we have a large mosquito population and it's gonna get, I guess, worse as the weather gets warmer and warmer. But coffee grounds, I usually, did this actually spray my garden? No, it didn't. Whatever. I have my sprinklers going on, but anyways, coffee grounds, spray at the perimeter, or spread it at the perimeter of your living quarters. Like for instance, our deck, we use it to eat outside in the summer sometimes, and I hate mosquitoes around while I'm trying to eat. So coffee grounds around the perimeter of your resting area or your living area helps with deterring mosquitoes. So if you haven't try using coffee grounds around the perimeter of your living quarters and see if it works, because this is going to be my first time trying it too, so we can try it together. I just thought I should share. So hey, let me spray it around the perimeter of my house. I'm in a happy mood. I'm gardening today, so okay, let me get back to you guys. So okay, I just came in from my garden. It was getting hot. I was about to faint. I felt like I was about to drop that. So I was like, okay, you know what? Body's giving me signals. Let me stop. I'll come back to it later on in this evening. But I was able to get all the tomatoes in the bed. I was able to get my herbs in the bed. So the only thing I have left now is just to plant a few seeds, like the pepper. I have to transfer the pepper seedlings there and then plant more pepper seeds in the garden bed. And then God, look at this workout. Just got my workout on. But yeah, so there's peppers, and then I have like the Nigerian greens and stuff to plant, and then I'm done for the season. This year I planned my garden. I planned like what I'm going to plant. Last year was trial and error, just plant everything and see what sprouts, what doesn't, what does well, what doesn't do well. So that was last year. This year, yes, more planned. So a lot of things that we eat, like the tomatoes, the peppers, the herbs, the green Nigerian greens, the Nigerian vegetables, corn, like those things that we actually eat, kale, bok choy, because I love bok choy. Like all those things that we usually eat, I planted those this season. And then hopefully we have a bountiful amount so I can enjoy it. Tomatoes were so great last year, so I'm like, can't wait. But I will show you guys in the evening how the garden looks like. Again, I just moved the seedlings into the soil. Now I lost some seedlings because the containers that I had, some containers were the ones that you, like the paper ones that you just plant directly into the soil, and the yellow ones are like plastic, so you kind of have to like squeeze a little bit, take out the root and hold it gently and then put it in the soil. So I lost some seedlings in that process, but that's okay. They were tomato seedlings, but that's okay because I have a whole like bed filled with tomatoes. I pray, the way I did it, I pray that, yeah, I just pray that that it doesn't like, yeah, I don't know how my tomatoes are going to turn out because I know I planted a few separated from each other with a bunch. So I don't know how this is going to turn out. It may be crowded in the bed, but we'll see this year. We'll know what we're going to do next year, right? So I'll see with this year, and then next year I'll know how many tomatoes to plant in each bed. But yeah, that's it. I will show you guys. Again, this is a garden video. I'm going to go shower, and then I don't have anything but to do coursework, and kids are going out, so I kind of have the house myself today, and I'm happy about that. So I'm gonna start laundry, then I'm gonna do my work. Okay, so guys, I am back. I'm showered. I'm fresh again. I feel fresh. I'm sitting down. You know what happens? Let me just tell you, all you people who are not like parents yet, or who are going to be parents, I know something happens in a woman's brain. Maybe it's just me. In a woman's brain, when you after having kids, you tend to forget things a lot. Like for me, I'm like, I came on here to talk about something, and then I'm like drawing a blank. And yeah, should have wrote what do you call it? I should have wrote notes, but I didn't write notes, so I forgot. But I actually forgot what I'm gonna say. I think I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back. Oh my gosh. Yeah, oh, that's one thing I wanted to say. I'm gonna go make banana bread muffin tops. I think I should bring you guys along. Should I? Should I not? Should I? So let me just tell you, my banana bread, the ingredients are flour, baking powder, baking soda. Banana is obviously the main ingredient. 4 bananas I usually use. Eggs, 2 eggs. Vanilla extract, cinnamon, nutmeg. I put Greek yogurt in my banana bread. And sometimes pecans. I think I have everything. And flour. Did I mention flour? All-purpose flour. So I put that. The exact measurements. It's always 1 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour. 2 eggs. Oh, butter. We forgot butter. So butter too as well. Oh, I forgot. I use coconut sugar in mine. So I forgot to mention that. So it's coconut sugar, it's eggs, it's butter, milk as well. It's milk as well. I'm like, as I'm saying, I remember what I'm saying. It's milk as well. It's baking powder, baking soda. It's cinnamon, nutmeg. Remember in the order I put it. It's bananas, 4 bananas. And yeah, and Greek yogurt. And you just whip it, whip it, whip it. Don't whip it too much, because if you whip it too much, it gets really hard. You want it moist and soft, right? So overmixing your batter makes it just, the banana bread batter makes it just very stiff. And yeah, and I just spoon it, and I put it on my baking tray so it lays flat. And I just like pile it, kind of like how you would make like cookies, chocolate chip cookies, the same way. And I tell you, like in the morning, it's easy to just grab and go. So I put that in the fridge along with muffins, sometimes waffles, sometimes pancakes, and it's all carb stuff I mentioned. But I keep those things in the fridge and freezer because it's easier for my kids to just grab and eat and make it on their own without me coming down there to make breakfast for them. And it's easier for them to grab and go when they have to go to school. For me, it's easier too. Sometimes I love the banana bread because, as you all know, I like my coffee. And it's also, a lot of articles have said not to drink coffee on an empty stomach, like just to have something in your system first before you down a cup of coffee, because it eats away at your your stomach lining, and you don't want that. So I try to just eat something before I go on banana bread muffin tops. So usually like a quick and easy thing to eat and go. If you're hearing noise in the background, I got kids. I have my child is home. So oh my gosh, I'm telling you the truth, like gardening, my happy place at this moment. My happy place in the last decade was cooking. It was the kitchen, was cooking, was experimenting with different ingredients. And I think as we grow, right, we enter different chapters in our lives, right? So I read an article somewhere, I can't quote it, I should find the article, but it says, I think, actually it's not an article, Pastor Todd from Transformation Church actually said this on an interview he did with Hoda Kotb on her podcast. He did an interview. She did an interview with him, and he stated in that interview that usually like he was referencing married couples, that usually the person that you married, right, isn't the same person 5 years later. They usually change. So 5 years later, they may not like that thing they were doing like it. So if it was cooking, 5 years later, you're in your mind thinking, as a spouse, thinking, oh my gosh, they love cooking. They might have changed. They might not like cooking anymore. So for me, it wasn't 5 years later, it was a decade. So the woman, I say girl, the woman that I am now is totally different from the, I guess, young woman I was back then. Life is about change. If you do not change, you are not living. If you're not adapting to change, you're not going to enjoy life to the fullest. Life is about change, and I think when you accept that, or when you realize that, right, life becomes a little bit more bearable. So life is about change, not just stays the same. All this to say, when he was talking to Hoda Kotb, he was just basically saying how, like, you know, every 5 years, the spouse that you married changes into a different person. It could be for good, it could be for bad. That's not what he said, but in my mind, that's what I thought. But they change. So we have to constantly be learning about that spouse, learning about, okay, what they like, what they don't like, what pisses them off and what doesn't anymore. Are they, like, if they used to be somebody who was very outspoken in the past, and like 5 or 10 years later, you're still looking at them in that light, right? You're still looking at them in that light, like, okay, they're so overspoken, they don't care about people's feelings, blah blah blah. And you're still looking at them in that light, and they might have changed, or they have changed, and you're constantly looking at them and that light, not realizing who they are now. Maybe they're soft-spoken, maybe they don't want confrontation anymore, and you're still looking at them from the past. That's going to cause a lot of friction in any, like, relationship, friend, romantic relationship, any relationship, right? I think in friendship, like, especially if you've had friends from your childhood, and growing up with them, and they all of a sudden, like, they get married, or they move, or something causes them to just deviate from who they used to be in the beginning. Oh, you're in their childhood years, and you're like, wait, I don't remember you being this way, I don't remember you being that way. People are allowed to change. So just because they were one way in their childhood doesn't mean that they're going to continue being that way in adulthood. So I think we have to give each other grace in that sense. But all this to say, my happy place is now gardening. It used to be cooking. So I never imagined that I would be saying this, because, oh my God, I loved food. I'm still a foodie. I'm still a foodie. I travel for cuisine. When I travel, what I remember about a place is the cuisine, like, and architecture next, but it's more about the cuisine and architecture. And maybe if I'm like with a fun person, with somebody that's like fun, then I'll be like, okay, it's the memories. But yeah, mostly for cuisine. So I'm just shocked that I'm saying I'm at happy places now, gardening instead of, food, cooking, not food, but cooking. I think as I've gotten mature, I realized that cooking takes a lot of energy. Like, it takes a lot of planning, it takes a lot of energy, and I'm getting tired nowadays. I'm getting really tired nowadays. I'd rather be just resting and taking life easy. I'm not what I used to be in my like 20s and my teens, okay? So I'm just like relaxing now. And this is what life is about embracing each season you're in, right? So if you find yourself in a season of like low energy, tiredness, you embrace that season, man. You don't overexert yourself. So that's what I'm saying. Bananas. I have 7 bananas instead of 8. So we're gonna use 3.5 of each batch, doesn't matter. I have my eggs, 2 eggs, I have my butter, measurements I don't know, I have my sugar, coconut sugar, I put about 1/4 cup of coconut sugar, cinnamon, half a teaspoon, nutmeg, 1/4 teaspoon, baking powder, baking soda, 1 teaspoon, baking powder, 1 teaspoon, 1 3/4 cups of flour, vanilla extract. This is my homemade vanilla extract. You put about 1 tablespoon of this. But yeah. I'm gonna melt my butter. What is wrong with my, ooh, this is like sharp here. That's interesting. Let me melt my butter in the microwave. This is about 8 tablespoons of butter. Let's melt this for 1 minute. So I have 3 eggs here. So let's peel the banana. Look at my muscles. Hey, hey, hey. Let me stop fooling around. Let me mash my bananas. I'm saving my banana peels for my garden, so I am throwing that away. Wanted to show you guys my transplanted, like I promised, my transplanted tomatoes and my peppers, which I've not planted yet. But let me show you what my garden's looking like. So there go the tomatoes seedlings, right? I just planted them. I bought bamboo sticks, so I'm gonna make a is that called the trellis, whatever. I'm learning all the garden terms now. It's so cute. But I'm gonna buy a trellis. Basically, it's a support system for the tomatoes as they get bigger. So this is the whole tomato garden bed, and they're growing very well. So, yeah, tomatoes. And over there are my garlics and my onions. You know that already. Over there is my parsley that I didn't even replant this season. Sorry, my cilantro that I didn't even replant this season. Just decided to grow on its own. Look at the stem on this sucker, like it's thick. So yeah, it's It's what do you call it? It's gonna flower soon, so I better like pick this and use it soon. It's about to flower. When it does this, it flowers and then it starts to die. I don't want that, so whatever. So I planted a bunch of herbs. This is my herb. Let me just move back. This is my herb garden bed. So I planted a bunch of herbs, cilantro. We have water leaves, Nigerian water leaf. We have basil. We have parsley there. We have chives there. Bok choy. I love bok choy. I don't know what I have there. Some squirrel decided to mess it up. I'll go look at that. I have kale in the middle one, and then that one is thyme, which is starting to grow. Actually, it's not growing. That's marigold. Let me go see what's here. Some squirrels are annoying me nowadays. They're actually having a field day. Oh, actually, no, they didn't do anything. Maybe they did. This is spinach. So I have my spinach here. Yes. These are marigolds. So I'm going to plant marigolds and basil as a deterrent for pests. Let's see how that goes. More marigolds. This is my okra. I was going to see my okra section. Okra did really well last season, so I'm gonna plant more marigolds there. And this is where I plan to plant my pepper. My peppers, my red peppers and my green peppers here. So that's that. So I literally have this garden bed empty and that one. I'm trying to figure out what goes into these. Over here I still have my seedlings I have to repot, so I moved them from the front to the back. So radishes are now growing very well now that I replanted the seeds. And then these are the peppers, my chilies, my jalapeno, all that stuff is in this one. So basically I want to end this video here. Yeah, this is my garden, my happy place. I want to end this video here. Like I said, you guys are going to be seeing a lot of garden video as my plants progress. I'll be showing you, oh my gosh, yuck, bird poop. Anyways, oh no, bird pooped on my car. I'm gonna throw this box away, I think. Focus, Deb. So I'm gonna be showing you every now and then garden videos because yeah, this is the season. So guys, I'm ending this video here. Until my next video, I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.